Start. So my name is Kimani Nilsson. I am Doris Darden and Tina Darden's nephew. I am 42, and I live in Virginia, Woodbridge, Virginia, with my family. I'm originally from St. Croix, the U.S. Virgin Islands, born and raised there. And I came up to Long Island, New York to go attend Hofstra University, where I graduated, and met my wife in Queens. We were married in 2004, and we have two beautiful children, Cameron and Layla.
And what did you have that fabulous smile? That's like, when did you how do you explain these amazing women, your mother, your aunts, just that spirit that they all seem to have?
Yeah, I mean, definitely one thing that stands out for me is the strength of the women in the Nelthrop Darden family. I mean, they have always been super strong, independent, just through any adversity, always coming out on top. You know, I mean, Mama Dia's story is amazing, you know, growing up in Kentucky and moving up to the big city. I mean, I can only imagine, especially in that day and age when blacks didn't have equality. And I mean, it's a huge burden to overcome, to just come up here and just say, you know what, I'm going to do it with, you know, by myself, with young children. And man, I mean, that always blows my mind, you know. And I think starting with Mama Dia, I think her willpower and her spirit lives through Aunt Tina, Aunt Doris, Aunt Debbie, my mom. I mean, I could see her in all of them, absolutely. So definitely, I think that's where it started.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how about you two? Can you tell us about do you have any memories of great aunts?
Doris Darden.
Oh,
I'm from Louisville, Kentucky.
that's our trailer playing.
I found it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember the first time you met Aunt Doris?
I think I was like 2.
Maybe.
2, 1.
That's when you remember.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
What did you think?
I can't remember when I was 2 or 1, but I was probably just looking at her like, hi. I like her.
Well, how about now? Do you have any? You have a wonderful grandmother and this great aunt, and so you know they're pretty cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, let's meet the whole rest of the family.
I'm getting like emotional over here.
You're right. Me too. You married into this. Could you tell right away that this was like a special? Yeah, these are special ladies. Well, that's why we're going to do this, because we're so proud of them. Do you have any special memories from either of you? Two?
I don't even remember. Like, you don't remember when you first met?
Or just now,
As a
just
baby.
anything today.
Something
Or what do you think that's special about your?
Something.
Oh, Grandma Vivian, she was like,
Okay.
and, yeah, that's all I remember.
That's all you remember. Okay.
I think the first time I met them was at your graduation party.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, it was. We went to a dinner for Kimani's graduation. I didn't actually go to the graduation, but I went to the dinner afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what was the name of the restaurant? Something under the stairs.
Under the stairs.
It wasn't
Yeah.
the stairs, right? Yeah. It's right over there on
It was
Columbus, right?
Nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where Gabrielle is now.
Gabrielle is
Right,
there
right.
now. Yeah.
So that's when I first met. I think I met everybody for the first time. Kimani's parents, everyone. Yeah, everyone was there, and that was the first time I met them. Yes.
Yeah. Kiki.
I think she met me first, though, because she came here with Kamani one time.
Did
Yeah. When y'all was
Maybe,
working in
yeah.
the girl-
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you're right.
You're right,
That's
yeah.
right.
Oh, they cook really good.
Oh, yeah.
They cooked it.
Grandpa Winty cooked really good.
Yeah.
Conch.
Doris.
Oh.
Well, that was great. And Doris, you must be in your element. You have, I figure you'll go with the flow, right? You'll move it. You can, yeah. you have your kids and great and nephew and
Yeah.
nephew and Northine. Must be it's a really special Thanksgiving 2017.
Yes, it is. It is.
Well, maybe we'll make it around the room and see. This is
I'm Sandra,
yes, and you are
the mother to Stacy, and mother-in-law to Kamani.
My mother-in-law.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I met them. Like I said, they had a party. I think it was a birthday party, and I met them. And then I had made a relationship with the grandmother. And she used to always tell me, she said, I knew this family. I was like, oh, y'all talking about me, huh? So she said, I knew this was a good family. I told Kamani. And she was so open and cheerful. I thought she was my grandmother. But she had a really good relationship with all the grandkids and her children. She was good.
Yeah, so special. Well, we
Yes.
have one more big lucky night.
Yeah. So go ahead, Naila. You remember when you met her?
I don't remember when I met you guys, but I do remember that you guys were always really welcoming and really nice to me, which I appreciated. And you guys always say Merry Christmas to me and send me cards and on my birthday. And you guys really accepted us, and I was always thankful for that. And I know sometimes I forget to call, but I most definitely will get back on that.
And tell me your full name.
Oh, okay, so I'm Naila. I'm 20, born and raised in Queens, New York. And
the relation is...
okay, so the relationship, I'm her niece, and I'm his niece-in-law. I don't know how that works.
So
I'm not sure how that works.
Married in.
Right, married in.
Okay.
So.
Well,
Right, so this is my sister's daughter.
yeah, okay.
I do have one good story to tell that I think is probably one of my fondest memories of Aunt Doris and everything is I don't remember how old I was, maybe like 12 or something. So it was Mama Dia, Auntie Helen, myself, Aunt Doris, Nikki, my sister Kiefer. We went on a train ride to Orlando to Disney World. That was probably the first time we went to Disney World. And we got on an Amtrak train, and it was so much fun. I remember having really liking the cheeseburgers, but the best thing about it was when we got to Disney World. This is before they had like fast passes and stuff like that. With Andaris being in a wheelchair, we got to go on every ride. So everybody was waiting in lines, and we just had direct access to everything. We didn't wait a line the entire time. I mean, it was amazing. It was the best thing ever.
And Kamani took care of me.
Yep, I tried my best to make sure her chair was where it needed to be, and she had all the help she needed.
She was plugged up and put on the bus and taken off the bus and put it back together, And mommy and auntie, they always wanted to go somewhere to eat.
Yeah, still talking about that.
Yeah. And so Kamani and Kiefer said, Aunt Doris, tell them that we want to go on these rides and that we want to go with you. And then we'll meet them somewhere to, because they wanted to eat. They wanted to eat. Everywhere they saw a place to eat, they wanted to stop and eat. And we wouldn't get to see nothing.
Yeah, we wanted to get on the rides.
Yeah, we wanted to see things.
But oh man, that was the best. It was just right in. It was like, oh, come this way.
Yeah.
That was
Doris is our ticket.
That was a real highlight. Doris talks about that all the time.
Yeah, we had a good time. I had fun.
That was definitely a great memory.
And I remember when Cameron and Layla when they both started walking, and then Aunt Doris came over, and they were just so confused because, they're like, we know she's a grown-up, but she's our size. So they were just kind of like, I remember both of them just staring at Aunt Doris like, why is she small? Like, they just couldn't really make the connection. They're like, well, yeah, she's an adult. But I just remember them both being confused. Like,
and Kiefer, yeah, she used to talk about how to make spaghetti, and she used to when it really hit her, and she came over to the job. I was working at the precinct on 100th Street, and when she left the precinct, she just broke down crying and said, Aunt Doris is not going to ever grow anymore. You know, that's when it hit her, you know. Yeah. She thought I wasn't going to be able to function like a grown-up, I guess. You know, I don't know. I guess she felt sorry for me.
So she said,
but then she got over that. She got over that.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, she was always advocating for Doris. She, Kiefer used to like to go, oh, I have all these crazy things. But anyway, she always was advocating for Doris. Doris liked to shop and Kiefer liked to shop. And they would go to odd places like down by Canal Street and all those busy places and get little things. And
Earrings.
Doris likes to tell the story of one place they went, they couldn't get in because it had steps, so Kiefer went in the store because Doris really wanted to go in there, and she said, how do you get your supplies in here? You come up the steps with all these things? How do you? And then Nan told her they had a lift, and she said, oh, well, my auntie has to come in here. She wants to come in the store, so open your lift up so she can come in. Doris said they opened the lift and she got on there and they went on. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, this is great.
And one
Awesome.
thing. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. One thing I want to say about blending of the family is that I'm really feel special and really feel that all of my family is so special. And Sandra, she just adopted me and Doris. we have another sister, so it's not just 4 of us now, it's 5.
All right, good.
Yeah,
Their mother, we would be on the phone all night, and she would be telling me stuff. She said, "Oh my God, Tina's killing me. She's killing me with this hair." She said, "You know, she thinks she know more than me." I said, "Well, you know, isn't she the nurse?" So she said, "But that don't make no difference. I know more than her." I would crack up. She said, "Oh my God, this girl is killing me." And then when I would call, and if they were there, they would say, "Well, let me talk." So she said, "Listen," she called my phone, you know, and we would be cracking up. I said, "Tina, I'll call y'all later when she's sleeping." She was funny.
Yeah.
And Aunt Helen was another one. Helen made the baked macaroni and the carrot cake. And she gave me the recipes on wax paper. She written it down and she wrapped it in like wax paper and like taped it. I was like, who gives you a menu? I mean, you know, like a recipe like that. And I still have that recipe. And she said, "Oh, you know what? I make the best one. Don't tell you anybody else can make it better than me." I said, "No." And I'm still looking for her baked macaroni recipe. So now you see how I was looking in the books to see. I said, I got to find this macaroni because she really made the best macaroni. You know, she said, "Oh, girl, I use 3 cheeses. I use different cheeses."
And she'd go all over looking for those special
Oh,
cheeses.
Lord. She was like, "Oh, no, I don't." She said, "I got to give you my recipe, you know, because I like you." I said, "Thank you."
But she wouldn't give it to us, though.
But, oh, she kept raving about this here thing.
Secret recipe.
And everybody kept saying, "Oh, she made the best," but nobody don't know the recipe. This is what I don't understand. They know what was in it, but it's a special recipe. So I'm on a journey for that.
Hey, thanks everybody. This was awesome.
Sure.
We'll now we should show the trailer so people know what it looks like, and we'll.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
You can, yeah.
I think I